going to show off some of the knife profiles that I've been working on this week. I've recently learned how to use drafting software, and so I've been converting or redrawing all my knives into all my knife profiles into digital files so that I can use Waterjet if I feel like it. And it's a lot of fun, the drafting. It's not very difficult either, so let's take a look at some of the things that I've... Alright, these are some of the knives that I've done so far. We'll start with this 8-inch Bush baby with a clip point. There it is. At the top view is what it'll look like with the bevel on it, kind of. I'll probably put a flat grind on most of these. And then a handle with maybe a brass bolster, a handle, scale in the middle, and then a brass pommel. And then this middle view here is what it will look like. This is the Waterjet pattern, or the Waterjet file. This is how the Waterjet will actually cut it out. It'll come in and skeletonize the middle for weight. It'll leave these little tabs, and then it'll put a hole in each of the tabs for a pin. And then I drew this down here. If I were to get fancy enough, I could actually have these parts cut out on the Waterjet so that they would just pin right on, and then do a final finish sand around the knife and put the bevel and stuff on it. Alright, let's look at the next one. This is the same BK8 Bush baby, only this one has the drop point. This is the one that's featured actually on my channel page with the Walnut Handle. And again, it's the same size knife. The handle's the same, everything's the same, except for the point. It's a drop point instead of the lowered clip point. We'll look at the next one. Did a Bushman. It's a 10-inch knife. So it's a 10-inch knife with a 5-inch blade. Same sort of thing here. I sketched it up on the top with what it actually would look like finished. And then this is the Waterjet file down here. There's the Bushman drop point. I've made one of these. This is on my Facebook page, Belknap Custom Knives, in the Finished Knives album. This is the black. This is the one with the black and gold handle. I actually made this one for a friend. This was my first commissioned, custom built, sold knife. It came out really nice. It looks good. He loves it. That makes me feel good. Let's see. And this is the Bushman. I was just playing around with this one. This is the BK12 Bushmaster.
I got a bad feeling about
that I
this.
I skeletonized the handle down there in the Waterjet pattern. This is just this is the basic BK12 Bushmaster knife, 12-inch knife, 5-inch handle, 7-inch blade. Haven't skeletonized the handle on this one, although I've put in provisions that a person can do about anything they want in that handle. You can even have a lanyard hole there. I'll skeletonize that handle later as I get time to do it. This one is something that I was just practicing on. Copied this from a design I saw on some Chinese website about a knife they had, a tactical knife. I've added holes in the back so that you can lash it to a pole for a spear. This is going to be a paracord wrapped handle down there. Probably do it out of 1095, and I've been considering experimenting on it with, I'm going to do at least one with Cerakote H for my son-in-law out of 1095. And then while I was playing with that, I went ahead and did a concave point. This is the 12-inch knife, 7-inch blade. BK Anubis. And did a drop point version of it. This one actually be good for a spear on a knife or on a thing. Let's see. Alright, more of the same. And then I shortened and did a 10-inch version of this thing. It came out real good. This is what I'm probably gonna actually make for my son-in-law, is this 10-inch version. Call it the BK Archangel. He wanted a 10-inch version so that he could carry it more easily. And since it's easy to do on this software, I just went ahead and did a clip point or a concave version. Also did the drop point. Drop point was the first one that I did, and then I did these other ones later. Looks decent. Let's see. I'll show this boy. I'm not really impressed with it. I just sketched this up because I was practicing. This is an original design that I did. I saw elements of other skinners that I liked and things that I thought that I would want in a knife. I've actually made quite a few of these, a whole bunch of them out of steel brand lawn edger blades. So this is what the knife would look like finished with the scales and the bevel, and this is the Waterjet blank. That would be what the scale would cut out like. And that was one of my, that's not the first one, but that's towards the beginning of when I was drafting or drawing these onto the computer. And I started adding elements that I wasn't doing by hand or with a pencil. Let's see, go down here, number 2. And I started getting a little more elaborate. Gave it a little more belly in there to hold on to. And then I've skeletonized the handle for weight. So the Waterjet, you can cut this out in just minutes, where something like that would take, me quite a while of drilling and filing and cutting to get that cut out. And Waterjet will just come in and buzz those holes out and then skeletonize these sections out and then cut the profile in just minutes. Then I can do the beveling and the heat treating and all the rest of that. I'm really looking forward to that. Maybe you're wondering why I am showing all the pictures and none of the knives on this video. Is because I'm away at work on my airplane, the airplane job that I work at, where I stay away for several weeks, and so I've just started doing the drawings here on the computer. And when I get home, I'm gonna get a hold of some metal, and there's a Waterjet about 7 miles from my house. I've sent him files. He's ready to go. So September you should see some cut metal ready to go. Alright, this is a slightly different version. I know they look real similar. The belly's not near as big. The finger hole is slightly different. And the handle is dropped. The other handle came in around this area. This handle is dropped clear down to give it a larger radius or sweep across the back. Alright, and that's the Waterjet file on the bottom. This next one is one of my favorites. I like the Skinner knives that I've designed. I feel pleased with the way it looks. I'm real excited about this one. You see two of them here, but they're both exactly the same. I always use one of them to sketch on and make edits. But what this one is a completely skeletonized version of the BK Skinner. And so this will be a lightweight Skinner, probably out of 440C. Maybe I'll do some out of A2, that sort of thing. Might even do some 1095s out of it. It's 8 inches long, fits really great in the hand. I'm real excited about this one. I like making my brother use this design, or this initial design, not this exact design, but this initial design when I first started coming up with it, and he's skinned a hog with it and said the only thing that he would change is to make it out of a better steel, because I used a real cheap steel. Intending to finish the knife, but it came out looking so good that I went ahead and finished it, and that's why it was out of a cheap steel when he got it. I've done some hand versions of this one, BK Ladyfinger. It's a 6-inch knife. It's a little neck knife. You can see versions of it on my Facebook page in the photo album. I've got some versions of this. It's a 3-fingered knife. You get 2 fingers in there, or you can put the 3rd finger in there, or you can hold it with your thumb right here. But the drafting software and Waterjet add a new dimension to design for me anyway. With style, I can skeletonize this area, skeletonize that area, and then I'll put this line here is actually the front of the handle scale. I haven't finished doing a second version of this that shows the handle on it. This is actually the handle there, the front part of the handle. But it's a goofy looking knife, but it actually is surprisingly comfortable in your hand. Made 2 of those so far. Like I said, you can see pictures of them on Facebook page. The completed knives. This one is a bushcrafting knife that is 8 inches long, 4-inch blade basically, and it's more of a, for woodworking tasks, bushcrafting tasks. If you're making traps, fire sticks, that sort of thing. If you want something dedicated for more convenient woodworking, that's what this would be, the Bushcrafter. And then this one I did just yesterday.